We're here with Rick Abraham, and he's the Food Service Sales and Marketing Association CEO. Rick, can you tell our viewers a little bit about your organization for the benefit of the ones who may not know what you do?
Sure. FSMA is the National Trade Association for the Food Service Brokers, or what we now call Sales and Marketing Agencies. These are the companies that represent manufacturers selling to distributors and operators in the food service channel.
And how old is your organization?
We are 7 years old, but we spun off from several predecessor organizations. So I've been in the nonprofit side, the trade association side, for about 15 years. So that's how our roots go back that far.
Well, what kind of services do your members provide?
We provide sales and marketing activities for manufacturers, those that choose to outsource it to our members as opposed to hiring their direct sales force. So we are their frontline salespeople to the operator community. We call on distributors, we call on operators, we present products, we provide menuable solutions. We do a lot in the order management and inventory management side. Anything that needs to be done in order to sell product from a manufacturer to get it to a restaurant, a hospital, a school, factory, B&I, any of those categories of operators is where our folks provide those services.
And how did you prepare yourself for the role that you have now?
Well, I grew up in food service. All of my experience is in food service. I was in manufacturing, I was in distribution, and then have spent the last 16 years on the broker or sales and marketing side.
So you really put it all together, and are you taking it to a new level?
Yeah, there's a lot of changes going on. Certainly manufacturers and distributors have been consolidating and getting larger over the last 5 or 10 years, and that's now happening to my membership. Where a manufacturer might typically have 40 or 50 individual brokers or marketing companies representing them, they now have different choices. There are members that we have that are very large that cover multiple states. So there's a lot of choices that manufacturers have today and distributors have that they didn't have previously. And we think that's a good thing. They're new level of service. We have some scale. The ability to get outside financing and capital to help us provide additional services, things like category management, sampling programs, anything, again, that effectively gets the product to the operator and the chef community. And
what do you get by associating yourself with IFMA and IFDA?
Well, there's really 4 main trade associations. You have the NRA, which represents the operators, IFMA and manufacturers, IFDA distributors, and FSA is the broker community. And we have to work together because there's 4 legs of the stool, and if you pull out one of the legs that isn't cooperating, then the stool falls down. So anything, getting product from a manufacturing plant to an operator involves all those players. So at the top level, we provide support for GS1 initiatives and industry standards and best practices across the supply chain. Food service is not an industry where you can be a lone player. You have to cooperate with your trading partners.
And it's interesting because the food service industry really does work together, unlike Congress. But, the thing is that, do you think that has accelerated in during the tough times, that the fact that the synergies have been more cohesive?
Absolutely. We're in a little to no growth environment. It's become a share gain, or share battle rather, and in order to do that, you've got to cooperate with your trading partners. Again, you can't be on an island these days. It just doesn't work.
And what has been the silver lining for you in the last 2 tough, very years?
For our organization, it's that we focus on the business of the members. We provide practical tips and solutions that help them run their business together better and help them get along in a partnership sense with their manufacturer and distributor clients.
And so during these 2 tough years, where has been the satisfaction for you personally when you're working with the different members?
There's been a lot of progress. The broker community is representing the lion's share of manufacturers out there. Upwards of 85% of manufacturers are represented by my membership in some way, shape, or form. That's a good thing, and that number continues to grow, which means we're providing services that people are valuing and willing to pay for.
And what has been the biggest challenge since you've taken on this role?
Biggest challenge, boy, that's a good question. Trying to herd the cats, I suppose, because food service is still a very fragmented industry with many different players at many different levels. So to get people to understand the need to cooperate at a top level, at a national level, is very difficult, but we continue to bat away at it.
And what do you like best about working with the operators?
Everyone is different. They're all hungry for answers and hungry for solutions, and that's the role and the niche that we play. So there's a really good marriage there between our solutions and their needs.
And what do you think is the biggest role for the brokers?
Just that, being that frontline sales force for manufacturers, representing their brands and their strategies to distributors and operators. That's what we've always done for 80 years that we've existed, and what we will continue to do.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, how optimistic are you for 2011 and 2012?
I think the business is going to be flat overall. I'm optimistic for our guys because we are continuing to add value and add services as we get scale and leverage and fill that white space between the customer and the seller.